Hey world, welcome back to another episode of Hey Janeé Podcast. I'm your host, Janeé Bolden, and this podcast is all about helping creatives navigate life mindfully. This is my love letter to the world, my way of saying, hey world, and of course I want to hear it back.
Hey Janeé.
Hey! So today I have with me none other than an incredible musician, songwriter, and artist, Marc Lo.
That's me.
Marcus Lomax.
That is also me.
Okay. We didn't discuss what you...
Monikers.
Okay.
It just depends. I am both. Just Marc Lo is a shortened version of Marcus Lomax. So, as you look online and you see my music, you'll see me as Marc Lo, and that's what I go by.
What's your family call you? Marcus?
Which family?
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, most of them call me Marcus. Yeah, we're going to keep it at that.
Okay.
My mom used to call me Marco. I don't know why. But yeah, she used to call me that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but yeah, Marcus for the most part.
Okay.
Some of the ones who are younger call me Marc. It just depends. Depends on who it is.
Nice. Well, it's such a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
We're just meeting today, but we do have a lot of mutuals, right?
We do.
I'm so happy to have you.
Yeah.
Really excited. And I like to start every episode off with a moment of joy. So I'm going to ask you, what was your moment of joy this week?
This week, moment of joy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So in the past 7 days. Okay, so I think, it's kind of crazy to watch a little human develop from being in the belly to telling you no, they don't want to put on a dress. So I think my moment of joy is I built a little toddler playground in my backyard for my daughter.
Oh, wow.
And she knew it was happening, but I was missing a part, so she had to wait for it.
Oh, wow. So she had to be patient.
That built up the anticipation.
Wow.
Kind of like an album rollout. But just seeing her once it had finished being put together in the backyard, going up and down the slide and running and wearing herself out.
How old is she?
She's 2.5.
Oh, wow. She's little.
2.5, yeah. She's a little one, but she's some sort of spirit. Feel like she may have been here before or something like that.
Yeah, I think they say that about a lot of kids though, but that's really special.
Yeah.
So my moment of joy is I went to the New Edition tour.
What?
Yes.
Oh.
So New Edition, Boyz II Men, Toni Braxton co-headlining at State Farm Arena. I just went Sunday night, and there's just something about like 80s and 90s music. It's so undeniable. I mean, obviously music period is incredible.
Yeah.
We're both music lovers.
No, but the 80s and 90s, especially R&B music, people were having a good time, like people were outside dancing and like, having a good time making jokes in the song. I miss that. Like we have a little bit of it, but we need more.
We do. It's like just this little something that's missing, I think, from today that we had before.
Dancing in the club.
Yeah,
like,
that part.
Kid and play, like all of that.
You know what else? Like I used to have like such good lyric callback, like where I could memorize the lyrics so easily. Like even just being at that show and being like, oh, I still know all these songs. Whereas like nowadays, I feel like I don't learn songs.
Why is that? I wonder why that is.
I think because we had the tapes and we used to have to rewind them.
The books with the lyrics.
Yeah, that part too. The lyric. We don't have like the little inserts.
Right. Like
that was like extra fun, like
big part of it. They do that in some genres of music right
now.
People love it. But my girl, I never did this. My wife, she was like, I used to write down the lyrics to the songs.
I did too, to help me memorize.
I never did that. Maybe that's why I'm melody first. But
that's interesting.
But that is such a dope part of it, and maybe that's why we have some of those lyrics that we remember. And plus, that was a formative part of our era, but I think it's super cool.
Yeah. No, but it was just amazing. I was really impressed, especially with the New Edition dances. Like,
were they hitting it?
They were hitting it. Like I was like, Brooke Payne should be proud because the choreo was, and then it was all 6 of them. And they did the different configurations. They had BBD at one point. They had Bobby do his solo thing. Ralph did a little solo.
Too good.
And then Johnny Gill did he did an LSG song too.
Crazy.
My Body. And Keith Sweat came out. They had the leather. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, Keith Sweat is that guy.
And then my mom used to be a Johnny Gill fan. Johnny had his solo set too. I was like, every time Johnny came out, I was like, dang, I should.
Did he have on the glasses?
He did.
Yeah, he had on those glasses. Yeah,
He did.
Johnny be killing them out here, bro.
Yeah, so I'm kind of riding a high from that for sure.
That's a moment of joy for sure.
Yeah. Well, what brings you here today is you have a new project coming out, right?
I do. It's very special. You know, it's like sometimes you come across things that you weren't even looking for. And this is one of those things. I had no idea I was going to make it, but it turned out to be one of my best works. I think it might be my best work for sure.
Yeah, I listened, and I have quite a few songs I want to ask you about. But for the people who may not know you, your discography is crazy as a songwriter. You have worked with so many artists, a lot of them pop artists. So when I was like the middle, you worked on that song with Zedd and Maren Morris, and you have worked with just about everybody, really, like a little bit of everybody.
A lot of people.
Dua Lipa, Miley Cyrus, Justin Bieber.
Yeah, JB, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I've been fortunate enough to work with a lot of talented people, some that you've named and some that you probably never even heard of.
Yeah.
And then some songs I've written, I've written thousands of songs. I think the majority of the songs that I've written have never seen the light of day.
Wow. But I think people say when you're an artist, like 10,000 hours
for sure.
you have to put into your craft.
You need that.
And so the majority of it, the vast majority, like the public doesn't get to see. I know for me, like writing articles, I sometimes might go through 6 drafts for one story, 900 words story. So I can only imagine for songs. It does make you sharper.
Yeah, you need it. You need to go through the drafts, and you need to refine not only the work, but the craft. And that takes time, and that takes revision. For most people. Some people maybe can do it in one shot. I don't know. That's not me, though.
And you're originally from Florida, right?
Originally from South Florida. Grew up in South Florida. Kind of all around Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, okay.
Miramar, Pembroke Pines.
Oh, wow. My mom lived in that area, too, in Pembroke Pines for a little
West
bit.
Broward.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, my parents still live out there.
Amazing. Not a bad place to grow up.
I loved it. I moved to Pembroke Pines, I guess at the beginning of high school, the end of middle school. And it was a little bit of a culture shock, slightly, because elementary, it's just birth through middle school, it was a little bit of a different culture. Just, I guess, predominantly Black and Caribbean. Whereas my high school years, it just got a little bit more diverse. Yeah. So I had to learn like how to operate within these confines. But it was a really great experience, and I think all of those things informed who I am as a man and musically, and just it was a great experience growing up down there. I love the culture.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And what's your family like? I know you mentioned, we were talking about what your mama calls you, but what's the family unit?
What's the family? So I have an older brother. I have a younger sister.
Yeah.
And my dad and my mom, well, my plus mom, my stepmom, they live in like Broward County still.
Okay.
My mom lives in North Carolina. And so my whole family comes from North Carolina.
Oh, okay. So
I would visit. I also claim North Carolina as well, although I never lived there. I went there every single summer.
Yeah. No, I get that.
Twice.
I definitely get that. I still, when people are like, where are you from? I still say Birmingham because I was born in Birmingham, Alabama, and then my grandma was there. So every summer, and then that's where my parents went to high school,
so part of your
college.
Roots. Exactly.
That's where the roots are. So
I'm there every year still to this day, like my whole life, maybe 2 times a year. Yeah. I'm in North Carolina. A lot of country. I stayed in the country a lot, so I have that part of me that I haven't explored so much musically. Yeah. But I know my dad loves
country music.
He grew up. Oh my gosh, man! I definitely have a love for it now and an appreciation for it now. But driving up to elementary school in the hood, Pops is blasting Randy Travis.
Hilarious. I could see that could be a little bit embarrassing.
It's so many great songs, man. So many great songs. There's this Shirley Caesar song it's a gospel song. It's not a gospel song, but it's more of a country and western song.
Interesting.
So you got country music, and then you got country and western. And this Shirley Caesar song called No Charge is like a country and western song. She's telling the story in the beginning of the song, and then she breaks into the song at the end.
Okay.
Like
I'm gonna go look it up.
You gotta listen to it.
I know a little Shirley Caesar, but not.
Shout out to Shirley. I love Shirley.
Yeah.
She's still here. I need to do a little something with. Come on, like I can play a little triangle,
right.
maybe like some shaking.
All right, if y'all know Shirley Caesar,
tell her to hit me up at
exactly.
the real Marc Lo on Instagram.
Not on
TikTok.
Instagram. Just hit me and I'll connect you. Hilarious. Okay, so I was listening to one of your songs, and I believe I heard that your dad was a preacher. Did I hear it right?
Yeah, for
so
sure.
You're a PK.
I am a pastor's kid, a preacher's kid. I guess, yeah, one of those, both of those. Yeah, for sure. I grew up in the church from as early as I can remember. Just that was my life and my family's life, and what an experience, man. I've met so many people that I still keep in contact to this day in church, and just being there. And you know what also really super informed my musicality is being there after church, after all the services, and sitting through, all the praise and worships, and all the offerings and all the altar calls, right? 3 times, because it's like 3 services. But then afterwards, right? And my pops has meetings after the church, and I have to sit and wait for them. And they're having like rehearsal. Yeah. And I'm sitting there just like in the crowd watching them rehearse and listening to them really break down the songs and break down the pieces of the songs, and whether it's the choir doing the harmonies, I'm like listening and I'm just taking all this in.
Amazing.
And you know what's really cool about that is I had to be about 12, maybe 11, 12 or 13, something like that. And I'm sitting there and they see me out there and they know who I am. And I take a super interest to the bass guitar. And the bass guitarist in the church, he notices. And then I kind of go up to him and then I just like ask him about it a little bit. And he starts showing me like little bass lines and stuff like that. And he starts giving me homework to like learn these bass lines. And then maybe after a few months of being really interested and showing him a lot of interest, he gives me a bass guitar. Wow. And I take it home and then he really starts like making me do stuff.
Amazing.
And that's how I got my start in like playing bass, which is like my best instrument. And I still have that guitar to this day.
I love that. I love that story too. Yeah. Instruments are not cheap at all. Yeah. I grew up first part of elementary school in Brookline, Massachusetts, and we had a great music program, and I was able to experiment. I started with the clarinet because I wanted the saxophone, and most kids know when you want the saxophone and they don't trust you with the saxophone, they give you the clarinet and they say do the clarinet first. Did not love the noises coming out the clarinet.
It's kind of rough.
They switched me to the viola, yes, which I loved.
Viola's my grandma's name.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Synchronicity.
Another synchronicity, clarinet was my first instrument.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, my uncle.
You love the sounds coming out of it, though.
When I started learning how to play it.
Right, because the clarinet is rough.
It's rough.
It will humble you real quick. You think you're about to be Lisa Simpson, and not in the least.
It's like nails on the chalkboard, like the popping.
Yes.
Oh God, it hurts.
Exactly.
But it's a beautiful instrument, and I lost touch with how beautiful it is. Yeah. Until last year, right? So I stopped playing clarinet a long time ago. Yeah. But
so you played the bass, the clarinet.
First was clarinet, and then I learned keys.
Okay.
And then out of my parents, like, you have to learn, you have to sit.
Yeah, I had piano lessons too.
And then bass was like the first instrument. I was like, I love this. Yeah. And then actually started learning how to be a vocalist, which I went to college for. But
where'd you go to school?
I went to Florida International University.
Oh, okay.
For 3 years, and then I started doing music professionally.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, what was I talking about? The clarinet.
Recently with the clarinet, yes.
Last year I did some songs for the Pentatonics. It's just like an acapella
Oh yeah,
group.
I know who the Pentatonics are.
I did some music for them, and we went in, and it was like a jazz standard that I had written, kind of like it's a Christmas song, but it was like a jazz standard. Hopefully it becomes a Christmas standard. I don't know. Anyway, so
they are big for Christmas. Yeah.
So they had this producer come in alongside of me and my partner Gian, and we had the whole like big band come in record the music, and they had this guy who played clarinet. I don't remember his name. Forgive me, but he played professionally, and he did like the music on Catch Me If You Can. But like the way that he played that clarinet was just like I've never heard it before like that. And
it gave you a new
oh my
outlook on
gosh,
clarinet.
man! Like it made me want to pick it up, although it would take me a lifetime to learn how to play it
like he did. Yeah.
But you know how you watch LeBron and you're like, oh, I want to play basketball now, but I will never be able to do that. You know.
Yeah, no, bring back music programs.
Yeah, bring back music programs for real.
When I moved from Boston to Iowa, they didn't have the school program where they gave you the instrument. So I could have been is a viola player.
That's everything. But then you wouldn't be here today.
Then I wouldn't have been a writer.
We need you.
Yeah.
We need you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
That was my calling.
Bro, I went to elementary and middle school for performing arts.
Yeah.
So they had the music program, the instruments, and I know so many people who are just like so amazing, like incredible instrumentalists from those programs. So yeah, we need those, man.
So when you went to performing arts school as a kid, it was more as a musician? No. It was acting?
Yeah, acting.
Amazing.
I went to school for theater because I never thought I would be like a professional, like an artist or a musician. I never thought that was my path. I always thought that I was going to be an actor.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So, well, you never know what.
Oh, I think I do though.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
So you're still gonna act?
Yeah, absolutely.
Amazing.
Yeah. I did one of my first short films I was in a short film last year. It was kind of like a reimagining of Sinners, where this artist named Blake, where she played kind of like a Smoke and Stack character.
Oh, okay.
And I played a banjo player, kind of similar to Preacher Boy, which that Preacher Boy role, it caught me. I had to go to the movies twice to see it. But I got cast as that role. So that was one of my first short films. Check it out on YouTube. It's Ginger Ray Saloon. Blake, she's incredible actor,
nice
dancer. So yeah, I'm building. I
love it. I love it when you're like accepting that you're multi-talented, because I feel like sometimes people doubt, they don't want to pick up a second, path because they're like, this is what I'm known for. This is what I'm successful at. But we can be successful at a myriad of things.
That's absolutely right. So when you ask me, what do I go by in my name? I use Marcus Lomax for my acting thing.
Okay.
And Marc Lo, kind of like Donald Glover and Childish Gambino, except for they're both actually my name. Iteration of it,
True. Okay, so you're in Los Angeles now, right?
Yeah.
And I was the first stop, straight off the plane.
Yeah, straight off. I literally just came from the airport right now.
I love that. How long have you been in LA for?
Wow. It's crazy. I got to LA in 2011, and it's 2026 now. And I remember distinctly when I first got to LA, there was this producer upstairs at this studio that we were renting in North Hollywood. And he was like, we had just been there maybe like 3 months. And he was like, man, just hold on, because you're going to close your eyes and you would have been in LA for 5 years.
Yeah.
And 15 years later, I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
So much has happened. It seems like a blur. It seems like it just happened so quick. But also, there's so many things that have happened since I've been there. So, yeah.
Did you move there like for a specific job or opportunity, or did you kind of say like, that's just the place that I need to go?
Yeah, I came to LA to do what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
I came to LA to pursue music. Like I said, I thought I was moving to Hollywood as a kid. I thought I was going to be moving to Los Angeles to become an actor.
Yeah.
But I actually did move for both, in truth. But in the moment, I moved to LA with my partners, the Monsters and Strangers, which it was 5 of us, producers and writers in a group.
Wow.
And we moved with our management team, who was 2 other people.
Yeah.
And some of them came out with their girls at the time. So it was like a 12-person move.
That's a lot.
It was like a 12-person move. And it was a lot. And it was super helpful to have a community.
And from Florida?
All from Florida, Pembroke Pines, same hood.
Amazing. Yeah, it's interesting. I have a lot of friends who are producers and songwriters. I've been in the studio a lot. I know, like, it's very rare that it's just 2 or 3 people. It's usually a lot of people in there at one time. Did you watch the Netflix show with the songwriters? It was 7 Streeter was on there.
All those people are my friends.
Yeah. So I really thought it was great that they had that Netflix show, because I think the vast majority of the public, you hear like, oh, so-and-so wrote this, but they don't understand it's usually like a team of writers So I would just love to hear about just developing that synergy and energy that makes it possible to like do what songwriters do, like the team, how it's a team effort, but everyone kind of has something that they bring.
Yeah, for sure. It takes the right combination of people to be in the room. So let's start there, right? So either management or the producers and songwriters themselves or the artist kind of collect these pieces. Songwriter A is great at melody. Songwriter B has the best lyrics in the world. We're going to put them together and hopefully they can get on the same page and deliver the vision of the artist. So, and once you get there, I think it just takes beyond the talent itself and the gifts themselves. You have to look at the personalities, right? Because all the personalities don't mix. Because if I'm the best melody person and this person is the best lyric person, but I am of the mindset that it all has to come from me, then this person is going to feel like left out and then we're going to clash. So it takes knowing who can gel together as creatives to get on the same page. So that's kind of like the mastermindery of it all. But at the end of the day, if everybody can come in the room and get on a page and hopefully you strike magic, and because sometimes you have those things where people gel and then you don't make a great song. And you just order lunch and you call it a day. So it takes an element of magic as well and synergy and just the right stars aligning with the moon. Because you're not going to make a great thing 100% of the time. But hopefully if you find some people who you know you work well with, at least me over my career, I've found a lot of success in working with people who I just feel like I know we're going to get in, do something dope together. And whatever happens, it's going to be a great time and we're going to make some great music.
So I'm curious about a few things with it. So for one thing, I'm kind of jealous.
Why?
I always have wanted to be a songwriter and I have tried it before and I just, that's not my path.
Okay, all right.
But I'm honestly a little jealous. That's one part. But then another thing that I'm curious about, like I have a friend who, he's a really, really successful producer and songwriter. And he told me his dad was also in the business before him. And he learned basically, he has like certain rules. Like he would never make a negative song because he looks at it almost like casting a spell a little bit. Like, you know, and then people do say that music casts spells. So like the kind of music that he wants to make is typically has like positive messages in it. Like, are there certain things that you stay away from, or you find yourself like, do you have boundaries when it comes to like who you'll work with?
That's a great question, man. Because I want to say that I do, and I want to big up my moral code, but sometimes I write songs that I don't want my daughter to hear.
Oh, wow.
And sometimes I write songs that I don't want into the world. Honestly, I do write some songs like that, but I feel like these days I've stayed away from songs that I wouldn't want my daughter to hear personally. But then also, I think about what you said with the spell casting kind of thing. There was this thing that I heard in an interview years ago. I feel like Diddy said it. And
wow.
Yeah. No, I do. I think it was Diddy. And I think he said the reason why he wants to write about money so much is because he wants to attract that. So I do feel like the energy that you put out into the world, you do attract. And I think as a songwriter and producer, you kind of detach from that a little bit because it's the artist. It's not you going out saying it a million times. So maybe you can detach from that. It's like, I don't have to say this a million times, but if this is what this artist wants to say, then I'll help them like see their vision out. But based off of that quote that I heard Diddy say about money, I actually made a song on my album about money because I wanted to talk about it.
Which song on the album is about money?
It's called Money.
Oh, with the MUNI.
Yeah, it's called Money, I Used to Love You.
Okay. Yeah, no, I remember listening, and then the way when you're describing your relationship, you wanted to work on the relationship. Yeah. I love the metaphors that was there in that way.
Yeah, I wanted to.
And I didn't think about it like when I was listening to it, I knew money, but when you spell it that way, I think it kind of...
It's by design.
Yeah, like I was like, oh, it's a woman named Money.
Yeah, it's by design because I want people to think about it, just like not be so surface level all the time. And I can be surface level because we need it sometimes, but let's dig into it a little bit.
All right. Well, this is a good segue to talk about 11 days, I think. You have a single dropping in days, literally. Haze is coming out in days.
It's coming out in a few days. And it's amazing, like, for real. Yeah. So Haze is the first song on the album. Mm-hmm. And it was kind of like the first song I conceptualized. Mm-hmm. I was in Colombia in 2024. It was actually January 2025. Mm-hmm. Right after the holidays, I was going to visit family. My wife's family is in Colombia. Mm-hmm. So I was in Colombia and we just had New Year. Happy New Year.
Colombia, like South America.
South America.
Colombia.
Yeah.
Yes. Not Columbia, South Carolina.
Not South Carolina. Colombia, South America.
Yeah.
So we were out there.
¿Hablas español?
Un
poco. Sí.
Un poco. My wife's much better.
Okay.
Fluent.
As she should be.
My daughter passed me in Spanish. I was really...
You got smoked in Spanish by a 2-year-old.
She's smoking me. She's saying words. I'm like, babe, like, what? What is... ¿Cómo se dice? Anyway, we were in Medellin, in La Finca, in the countryside, in a little country house. And I started getting calls from my friends and my family. And they're like, are you okay? Is your house good? I'm like, what do you... And then, because we had very little service, but I started getting messages little bit by little bit. Mm-hmm. And then I saw that the fires were popping off, and they happen all the time. Fires happen pretty much every year, if not. But they were starting to get really close to home. And then the Pacific Palisades, which is like maybe 10 miles from my house, caught fire. And I'm like, okay, all right, this is like really close. So then it all the way just went crazy, and people started losing their homes, and it just was a disaster. And I was so far away from everything, which, okay, on one hand, I'm glad to not be in the mess. But on another hand, I'm like, I have a lot of people that are going through it right now, going from place to place, like going to a friend's house who's out of harm's way. And then a few hours later, harm's way comes over to their friend's house. So they got to go to another place. It was just chaos. And I'm like empathetic, and I'm like, what can I do?
You're so many miles away.
I'm so many miles away. I can't go and like be hands-on or help in any way other than donating to different relief efforts.
But that's got to be so hard.
So I'm like, what can I do? And so the plan was always, my wife and daughter, they were going to stay in Medellin for like 11 more days, and I was going to jump into sessions. I was going to come back to LA and jump into sessions because we had been to Miami for a little while. Yeah. And then we went to Medellin. So when I got back to LA, I still had these 11 days that I was home by myself, and wifey and they were still in Medellin. And so I was like, there was no sessions going on. Everybody was
everyone's in a state of emergency.
Chaos. It was chaos. It was crazy. So I was like, I'm going to use this 11 days to create songs, and whatever happens in these 11 days is going to be my album. Because I hadn't made an album since 2020, and it's now 2025. I've been writing and producing for other people. And by the way, I'm never in a rush to create my solo project. Yeah. It's always when I feel called to do it. Yeah. And then I was just like, okay, this is a calling. I feel like people need to hear music from Marc Lo right now. They need to hear my voice, because if I don't project from my voice, they'll be missing something that they were supposed to get. So I got in my living room. I put all my equipment in my living room, my keyboard. I have my upright piano, my bass guitar, my laptop, my daughter's xylophone. And
wait, did Baby Girl Xylophone make it onto the album? Oh, I love it.
On Zoom Out, which is the main song that's going to come out with the album.
I really like that song.
Thank you.
That was when I'm actually looking for the track list, because I was going to tell you which songs were my favorites on there.
Yeah, she made it on. Her xylophone made it on there.
Beautiful.
So yeah, I cooked up for 11 days, and what I came out with was 11 songs. And I wanted it to be the most personal thing that I've done. Yeah. And what I thought that was, 11 days is not. Yeah. But still, it is my most personal work ever. Wow. For sure. And I'm super proud of it, man. I just can't wait for the world to hear it in totality. And it is a listening experience that I love to create music where you can listen from top to bottom.
Yeah.
It's about 25 minutes long in total.
Yeah.
But it's an experience from top to bottom.
I'm going to try to pull it up so I can tell you.
There is one song on the album that I didn't do within those 11 days.
Oh, okay.
So that song is number 7, and it's called Already Nighttime. And I wrote that in the pandemic, actually. The story behind that is actually a cool story. My brother was learning how to play guitar, which I learned music from being around my brother also.
Oh, wow.
He was a jazz trumpet player, in marching bands, drum major, went to college for music. Incredible, but he's a lawyer now. Lomax Legal is his law firm, plug.
I love that. What kind of lawyer?
I mean, he does.
Is it like personal injury? No.
I think that's but he does a lot of different things. So,
okay.
Yeah, he definitely has a team that can do.
And he's based in Florida.
In Florida, in Miami.
Got it.
Yep. So he was sending me a video of himself learning how to play guitar, and his daughters were complaining about going to bed. So his daughter was like, "It's already nighttime." So I took the sample of her voice and him playing guitar, and I wrote like a lullaby to kind of put them to sleep. So that was a song that I had for years, and I was like, I don't know what to do with this, but it fit perfectly in the middle.
I love that.
Of the album.
That's what art is all about, like taking the pieces from your life and then making it into art.
Yes.
Beautiful. Okay, so my songs, Zoom Out was one of my favorites. Nice. I like September Baby. Are you September Baby?
I'm not. My daughter is. Her voice is the first thing you hear on the song.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is she a Virgo?
She is.
Oh, you in trouble.
You
are in trouble.
I told you she's special.
I'm a Taurus, so I have so many friends who are Virgos because the earth signs like to stick together.
Now? Like Taurus?
No, May. End of April.
Okay, coming up.
In May. But it is coming up. Yeah. I want money for my birthday. If you want to give me something, money. Thanks.
I got a song on there called Money. You can
yes.
As much as you
That's the theme song. No, I'm just kidding. Anything. Flowers, whatever.
It's beautiful.
Really like Sopranos ending.
Thank you.
And ONS. Yeah. I mean, but it's a dope, like I hear what you're saying. It is an easy listen from top to bottom.
Exactly.
And it's such a beautiful story that it came out of this time that was such a turbulent time for so many people. Yeah. And your house was okay.
The house was okay.
Okay, that's amazing.
The house was okay.
Incredible.
Yeah.
I want to get into a little bit of business for the podcast. We every episode has a few elements that I retain from episode to episode. So I do a C, stream, and skip.
Okay.
The C is You, Me, and Tuscany.
Is that with Halle?
Yes, with Halle Bailey.
And my man from Bridgerton?
Yep, Reggie Jean Page.
Okay.
Yes, and just sweet, beautiful story. I got a little teary-eyed towards the end. It's a rom-com. It's really cute. It's very good. It's very good. But it's like there's this whole discussion going on, discourse about how Black filmmakers are under so much pressure right now to see how this film performs, because Hollywood is crazy like that, where they're watching to see how Black films perform before they greenlight more. And I know what's so crazy is we're saying this in 2026 and it's like still a thing. And from what I hear, the director isn't even a Black person, but because it's I think for whatever reason, Hollywood continues to question whether or not people will go to theaters to see two Black love interests lead a film.
I think they need to be worried about if people will go to theaters.
That part.
I mean,
that part.
No, like, who's going to bring them out to do that in general? I mean, I get that. But are we still having this conversation in 2026?
Sadly, we are. However, as someone who has seen the film early, I can say it is actually good, and I would not lie. There's other projects I could name. So that would be my C. My stream is 11 Days.
Come on now.
We got to support Marc Lo.
Let's clap it up for that. I love that.
And it's going to be on all.
Yeah, everywhere.
Yes.
It'll be everywhere.
All streaming services. My skip, I always got to skip something. It's never like art or anything like that. Okay. It's always like racism.
Okay.
My skip this week is racism because I was looking at, you know how your friends will send you reels or whatever?
Yeah, of course.
So a good friend of mine, I don't know, you know Earl Johnson?
Earl Johnson.
He's friends with Nicole too, that's why I thought you might.
Maybe, I don't think
Yeah,
so.
he's a music executive. He sent me this clip of these kids like beefing in Lancaster, California. And of course the comments is full of the MAGA people who are like, black on black crime. They're always doing, you see, it's always them. It's always their race. And then they there was a bunch of GIFs of monkeys acting like fighting and stuff like that. I spent half an hour reporting comments only to get the report back from Meta this morning that said they didn't violate the standards. I was like, are you freaking kidding me?
Skip.
Yes.
Where's the skip button at?
Skip.
We gonna skip that.
Skip it.
Goodness, bro.
I'm just like, I can't take it. So that's my C stream and skip for this week. We're gonna focus on 11 days and You, Me, and Tuscany.
You, Me, and Tuscany, 11 days.
I had to get back in the zone because
I love that. So we're gonna listen to You, Me. We're gonna listen to 11 Days on the way to go see.
Yes.
You, Me, and Tuscany.
And then we're gonna listen to 11 Days again after we on the way home.
We got a plan.
We have the plan put together. Definitely, everyone needs to go see You, Me, and Tuscany though, because you already hear they're like all these other Black projects are hanging in the balance.
It's crazy to me. I get, okay, maybe a producer or director is like, oh, we want to see how your thing performs. Mm-hmm. But it's like, we want to see how Black people perform in international art. What do we mean? Have we not seen Black Panther? Have we not seen Sinners? Have we not seen Coming to America? Have we not seen like film after film after film have done tremendously well? Like, what do we mean? People, you know how many African people of the African diaspora there are around the world too?
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
Yeah. It doesn't make sense.
But hey.
I'm gonna get into affirmations in a second. I like to end every episode with affirmations, but I did want to see what songs you've worked on that you might want to promote. I know you were on the recent BTS project.
Oh, yeah, shout out to the boys, man. Yeah, that's one of the best rollouts I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah, shout out to BTS. Had a great time last year making some records with them. Mm-hmm. Once again, we made 1 million records, and
I love that.
and 2 of them that I worked on are on the project. So yeah, we had a great time. Those guys are super talented.
Which 2 for the people listening?
So I did a song called Hooligan, which
that sounds fun.
Yeah, it is fun. There's a lot of people doing dances on TikToks with butter knives and all types of stuff. It's crazy because if you hear it, it has like a little sword fight in the beginning of it, or something like that. It's fun. So Hooligan I did, and I did another record called One More Night.
Beautiful, beautiful. And you've worked with other K-pop artists before, right? I'm so curious about this. I just feel like K-pop has taken over. I love the explosion, especially with K-pop Demon Hunters, the success of that, because I don't know if you know that story. They totally underestimated that project. They thought, it's just going to be something on Netflix. They didn't know that audiences everywhere were going to resonate with it, which is crazy because it's like, if you just paid a little attention to
what's going on.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh. I didn't know how big K-pop was. Maybe until about 6 years ago or so. And I was downtown LA and I didn't know how big it was at all.
Yeah.
And me and my girl were driving and what was the Staples Center? I guess Crypto.
Yeah, Crypto Arena.
It's always Staples Center. And I'm like, who's playing? Like, why are there so many people outside? And there's lines wrapped around the arena, like around the arena.
Yeah.
I've never seen that. Not for Kobe, not for LeBron, not for anybody, bro. And then it's a K-pop concert with a bunch of different groups. I'm like, oh, so this is a real thing. This is like a real thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then kind of soon thereafter started working on, because they started having the writers from North America kind of write towards K-pop. So yeah, I've had a lot of songs in K-pop at this point.
Have you gone to Korea to work yet? Because I know Tehran was like living there for a while.
Active over there. People, a lot of my friends are always over there.
Yeah.
I have friends over there right now.
Yeah.
And they saw the BTS concert that they put on out there, and I couldn't enjoy it. But from there, I saw it online.
Yeah.
But I've never been to South Korea. Never. It's crazy.
We're going to manifest that
We
for
have to
you.
go.
I want to go too.
Yeah.
I heard Americans are going there to get health care. Because you can get, for like $400, you can get all your labs.
Let's go anywhere. Let's go
yeah,
anywhere.
I know, right?
Let's go anywhere. Going to Colombia to get some health care.
Yeah.
Shout out to America, though, man. We live, shout out to America, but we need.
Shout out to America.
we need to figure it out.
Please, God, help us.
We need some help. We need some help.
On that note, I'm going to end with the affirmation. Leave it on a positive note.
That's right.
So this week's affirmation, I kept it really simple. What is meant for me is already in motion, and I trust it to find me.
Find me, Lord. Find me now.
Right.
Or whenever you want me to be found. Yeah.
It's been such a pleasure chatting with you. You're welcome to come back anytime. I would love to have you back. So excited for this project and to see what the future holds, especially for your acting career too. You're already super successful. Like, listen, anybody who you go to Apple Music and you type their name in and they have their own essentials, they have like a songwriter's playlist just for you, cool and tunes, it has a lot of songs on there.
Yeah. I've told you I've written a lot of songs. Most of them have not ever come out. We'll never see the light of day, but some have, and they're pretty all right.
No, a lot have.
Yeah, a lot have.
Like we said, you're 5-time Grammy nominated. Is that right? I got the numbers right?
You would know better than me. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what your one sheet says.
Okay, there it is. Then that's probably right.
Love it. And then nominated this year for Teddy Swims project.
Yeah. I've tried everything but therapy. Part 2. Yeah.
Incredible. Well, I want to thank you for joining us, and I want to thank you guys for listening. This has been another episode of Hey Janeé Podcast. It's my love letter to the world, my way of saying hey world, and of course I want to hear it back.
Hey Janeé. Hey!
Love it.